Reckless talk. Son of a Justin. Hey, reckless talk. But I got expensive habits. Don't step in salt.
But I think from a general purist football lover, I think teams have to now work on building strikers of the future, midfielders of the future, because it's scary to see that me, I have watched football for a long time, and I remember I'd just go and watch Ronaldinho play.
Yeah.
Ronaldo play. When I mean Ronaldo for Brazil.
Yeah.
And even in the earlier days, when you look at Beckenbauer, Klinsmann, like there were so many players like who are really good. Bebeto, Crespo, like they were really, really, really good. But now, I mean, they can run, they are fit, they do what the coach tells them, but like you can't see the gift. Like it's very rare. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I echo your sentiments because I'll give an example. Look at a striker like Haaland. Much as he's a goal scoring machine, he scores goals. But I mean, just the other day we were given litmus test. Without De Bruyne, Haaland is useless.
It's true. By they, yeah, it's De Bruyne creating the chances. Yes.
Yeah, it's De Bruyne creating the chances. You just don't have that striker who has that individual brilliance. Like you said, it's very scary. It's quite scary because right now, for us to have a good striker, they need to have somebody but to be creating the chances for them, supplying them with balls, just like Haaland. Yeah. So it's really, really, really interesting by the to see how football is football
evolving.
is changing.
Yeah. Because when you look at like somebody like Xabi Alonso and even Arteta, fine, they are revolutionizing how to play football. Not just possession based anymore. There's counter-attacking, there's gegenpressing, there's the football is there's so many even Arteta says he has like 45 different formations for his team.
Yeah.
And football has evolved, but in terms of scoring or when you think of Thierry Henry, I don't even need to say much. Ian Wright, you'd watch them play and they would score in so many different styles. When you look at somebody like Saka, he has like two ways of scoring. Think about it. Either he comes on the right, goes to the left, curls it. So for a defender, I just need to watch his video. Then I go for the leg that his strongest leg. So if I defend against the strongest leg, I know if he brings it back to this leg, he won't shoot straight.
Same to Rashford, by the way. If you look at Rashford, he's so predictable, especially I think we are meeting with Manu. I don't know when you're meeting with Manu, but apparently when you meet with Manu, Rashford always scores he always scores, and his scores are always the same. Because he plays on the left wing side. Go on the right side, then just shoot. There's same to Martinelli. If you look at the way these guys score,
puts head down, runs. So if you know how he runs, then you know what he does. There's no variety. He doesn't know when to slow down, when to move, when to go left, when to give and go. Because sometimes Martinelli, instead of saying, I know you are skillful, I know you can beat a player, but just give the ball, then give and go or change direction. Do some same old thing. I mean, when you watch Ronaldinho highlights, he scores in so many ways. When you look at Messi,
so many ways.
So many ways. Like sometimes he can hold the ball, shoot. Sometimes he can beat two players, shoot. Sometimes he will lob. Sometimes he will do shoot low. Like there's so many things. Sometimes he will head the ball. He will do so many things. But for Martinelli, and I think this is the next phase of their development. I think when there's competition, Martinelli will have to improve his game. Because I think that's not even just an Arsenal problem. I think it's a global problem. A lot of the young people, they just do just enough. It's like I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he was saying, this is the era where to be great is the easiest thing you can do. You just need to work 10% harder, and you're the greatest. because even boxers now, when you look at the heavyweight boxers, compare the heavyweight boxers during Mike Tyson's time. Those guys
Yeah,
were killers. They
those guys
were
were
killers,
killers.
bro.
Those
Yeah,
guys
because
were beasts.
you would they were, I mean, it was not easy, man. Like you just knew this is a blood, but all of them were hardcore, and you could
Yeah.
see the skill and everything. But now this fat guy, is the top two, top three boxer in the world.
Tyson Fury.
When you look at Tyson Fury, and even this guy Ngannou is going to fight. What's his name?
Yeah.
This is Nigerian, British. What's this guy called? Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing special. If this guy was there during
Mike Tyson's time,
this guy would be knocked out.
yeah,
Knocked out.
and they're not
Like,
consistent.
Yeah. So just look at across the board. Look at tennis. Look at basketball. Look at boxing. Like, I think back in the day, because there was not that much money, people were motivated to work, be the best. But now, even if you're not that as good, you get a lot of money. Even if you're just not as, so long as you just train a bit, 10% harder, 10%, then you're the greatest. But back in the day, for you to be called the greatest, for you to be like Muhammad Ali, man. Some of those guys had fought 100 fights. By the time they are coming to pro, they have fought 50, 100 fights. Nowadays, in boxing, because they want to maintain their value, they choose fights they know they will win. Even like somebody, Mike Tyson was saying, somebody like Floyd Mayweather. He was just very clever. I don't deny he's high level boxer, but he chose the fights he took. He made sure he chooses fights that he can win, so that he can maintain a winless, a record of not losing, so that he can attract sponsor money and make a lot of money. So nowadays, many boxers, they don't want to fight. Now you see everybody wants to fight with Francis Ngannou. Why? Because it's a money fight. And since there's no threat on their career, because they'll say, if they beat him, they'll say, he was just an MMA fighter. If he's beaten, they'll say, this was not a fight for a belt. You see, so it's all about money. It's all about money.
Yeah, the only sport that I see some consistency when it comes to hard work is athletics, especially these long distance. I mean, look at what the Kenyans are doing. Those guys work hard. They keep joggers, they zoom. Yeah. That's where there's a bit of consistency. I don't know. Is it probably maybe there's no much money in athletics? But if you look at these other disciplines,
I think there's no glamorization. You see, with athletics, if you've watched, like, for example, in E10, if you've watched YouTube, the videos of how they train, there's no like a special room for the top sports people. They live like a high school. Like, everybody lives in a very ordinary room. They wake up at 4 a.m., do cleaning, like military. Go for a run, come back, eat, sleep. Lunchtime, go for a run, like that. Come back, rest, do aerobics, go for a run, rest. And very simple life. Very simple. I think now once you start having the silk sheets, the silver spoon, and you have all this money and you're traveling the world and all that. I mean, like, you remember there was that Kenyan runner who died because he was making so much money. He got drunk, fell off his mansion, and he was a very good runner. So money, the thing that is destroying soccer and sports is money. When you're getting money too early and
too easily,
messes up your head. Too easily, it messes your head. And so now you like, look at the way, for example, this player who's gone to Dortmund, the former Manchester United player who's gone on loan, he refused to apologize. He refused to apologize to the coach. I mean, what does it take to apologize? Surely, just apologize to the gaffer and move on. But now, kids of nowadays, why should I apologize? He's the one who's going to apologize. Blah blah blah. Like, prima donnas. Look at this Manchester United, the player who was so promising, but he messed up his career, Pogba.
Yeah.
You know, now he has a case. I don't know that he could have taken some doping. I don't know what.
Yeah.
You know, like he has a case that could come out. So and all this, all of it, when you look at critically, money, getting so much money at a young age, it feels, you know, now they lose focus. So I don't know what they're gonna do about it, but I think many clubs are struggling on how to manage, because if you don't pay the money, the player goes to another club. If you pay the money, then the player becomes a problem.
It's a very dangerous place to be in, because, you know, if these things don't sorted out, eventually, but it's going to mess up sports, because there's going to be less competition. It's going to be sports is just going to be so predictable, you know. It's going to mess up sports, not only football, but, you know, across all disciplines. So anyway, Kwame, man, I need to sign off. I've had a very long day, as you can notice by there. I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've had a big one. Yeah.